This is our Forex blog for June 15th, 2011. Before I do a regular class, I just want to point out how well the trend reversal signals work. Yesterday, the euro dollar had a trend reversal signal around 11:30. Um, yeah, right here, trend reversal signal, and it didn't fall immediately. But at that point, and especially at the upper containment band, what a high probability reversal. When you click on the chart, you can see it's a 240-minute trend reversal sell. The 3 and 4 hour signals tend to, really reverse price most times 50 to 100 pips. And in this instance, it fell from around 44.75, and it's still going down. It's down 175, 225. It's down about 250 pips since the signal was generated. And one of the things that you can do when you see one of these signals is, bring up, for example, a 4-hour chart. Let's put the euro dollar chart on here. This is just one of the many ways you can trade using our software. Bring up a 4-hour chart, and let's put more days on there. Let's get 40 days of data or something. And then just simply add our FX trend candles to it. FX trend candles. And what this does is it uses our trend candle script, and when all of the euro dollar pairs are going down, dollar pairs go up for the most part, or the vast majority of them. It goes from green to red. So you would have gone short somewhere around 44.50, 25 to 30 pips underneath the high, and it still has you in. This is a pretty phenomenal way of staying in the long-term trends. You can see, this is when it had all the data in. Went long, small win, small loss, small win, nice win, small win. Then it gets chopped up a little bit. But when you're at an area where you think it's going to reverse, not a bad place to go short. After a pullback, go long, erode it all the way up to here, small win, and especially when you have a nice big move down and it's near a fib level. For example, I think a 38 or 50% on that last move, right near a 38% fib level. It wasn't able to go and close above that level, so as soon as it went red, very high probability, and it's coming up to one of these Fibonacci profit targets is likely to be the low, and you could go long, expecting this to turn green and stick with it as long as it remains green. I'm going to do our regular blog now. You basically want to buy the strong pairs versus the weak. You can see the dollar was extremely strong today. Anything that hits and especially is above the dotted 80 line is extreme strong. The euro was the weakest one consistently. The daily, weekly, monthly trends down. The Swiss also was relatively strong, but the monthly trends up. And the pound got really weak at 4:30. So the best trades today, obviously, we're selling the euro dollar and selling the pound dollar. The euro dollar gave a sell signal yesterday a little bit before our class, and it broke down underneath the hourly right here. Tried to retrace back up. We have a monthly pivot, Fibonacci area, lots of sell areas right here. So when it broke down underneath, let me redraw that. When it broke down underneath this little trend line off the lows, very high probability short. You draw your fibs on the previous wave because you don't know a currency is going to continue like this. And then somewhere between the first and second fib target, you're out of that trade. Maybe you got out at 43.73 and missed a little bit remaining in that trade. And it broke the previous day's low with incredible weakness, and as you can see, it went up here with almost no strength whatsoever. Very high probability trade. You go short again, and notice extreme weakness until about right here. Even if you got out of the trade right here, somewhere in this middle of this zone right here at 14, you made about 60 pips, 55 pips. And when it's underneath the lower containment band, usually, you get a reversal. Today, it was one of those 1 out of 10 days where the market continued down. If you are going to short underneath the lower containment band, wait for the real-time strength to disappear somewhere around this area right here. And as soon as it goes short again, or the bars go red, go short, and you have another 50 pip move here. Wait for a little bit of a pullback, go short, wait for a little bit of pullback, and go short. Today was just a crushing euro dollar drop. And the same thing happened with the pound dollar. We had some counter trend signals in this yesterday at 3 a.m. that were within about a half an hour of starting the new downtrend. This was a 3-hour trend reversal sell. This was a 4-hour. And the market was kind of going sideways. When it broke down underneath the previous day's low today, good place to go short, small win, came back up, went back above it, and then broke down again right here. And it just pretty much, trended down. When it's way underneath the lower containment band, usually it's not going to go beyond, the fib target. So you draw your fibs on it, and you can see almost to the pip. But it's this far underneath the lower band. Good place to get out. And when it retraced back up and was near the lower containment band, you might have went short here with a small 20-25 pip profit. And now we're getting, it looks like, a 3-hour trend reversal buy signal. So if it makes another wave down, it's relatively, in my opinion, high probability place to buy. I would say 61, 60 to 61.50 for a quick 20-30 pip scalp. But wait for the weakness to disappear before you do so. The Australian, very strong today, but you don't want to trade that against the even stronger dollar. You want to avoid buying too strong ones. You can see, the Australian dollar kind of chopped around, and then it started to, explode as the dollar's strength is just so strong. CAD became weak later in the day, and we already know that the dollar was extremely strong. So it's a very high probability place to buy the dollar CAD. And you can see, very strong dollar. It's going sideways here above the hourly moving average. It's not above the upper containment band. You might have actually went long, right here, and you may or may not have been stopped out. I would have put my stop underneath the low here, and in that instance, it wouldn't have been stopped out. But this thing just absolutely took off and went up 125 pips. That's the main use of the currency meter. The yen, also had quite a bit of strength right here, so you could have been looking for CAD yen buys as well. Or I'm sorry, CAD yen sells. Weak CAD, strong yen. This one, was finding major resistance up near upper bands in the Fibonacci area. And here's another fib area which is likely to have some buying, which it did most of the last night and today. Once it broke underneath that level, it's likely to go down to the next fib area. In this case, it shot below it in a very high probability place, to sell around 82.99. Just absolutely was crushed, and you would have made probably 60 to 70 pips. One other thing that you can do, especially on big trend days like this, is use our FX IntelliStop to help you time your entries, and it helps you stay with these trends as long as the momentum is there. Add the FX IntelliStop, and you can see it had you short here with this, very nice 60 pip profit. And when you're underneath the lower containment band, it's pretty risky. So, you can see if you went short right here, you lost a little bit. Short right here made a little bit. Short right here probably broke even. Short right here, and we're still in this trade. As it's falling right now, we're still short. So this last one, if you shorted it at 42.86, you're up about 100 pips in it right now. And as it started falling last night, it also did a good job of keeping into it. Look, short right here. Kept you all short all the way down here to 44 for a nice 40 pip move. Short again right here, this is an entry where I would have manually got in it myself, because when the currency breaks the hourly and comes back up and tests it from underneath, it's very high probability trade when it breaks down underneath that little sideways range. And in this instance, the trailing stop happened to be there. Small 15 pip profit. Short again, another small 15 pip profit. But it did an exceptional job of keeping into the big moves. 50 or 60 pip move here, another 50 pip move, and a 100 pip move to end the day. Phenomenal.